stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All Stevens meeting to order. First, we have the consent agenda. Any questions on the consent agenda?
I would like to point out the minutes
Yes,
on here are December, but we're actually approving November.
yes. Where it says, letter A, we're actually including the meeting minutes from November, which is what we had. Just listed on here.
It was a long agenda.
It was a really long agenda. At least you put the right minutes in. Yeah. We don't have them yet for tonight. Anybody else have any questions? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented and authorize the mayor to sign.
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo,
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Thank you. Next, we have comments from the public. Is there anyone here that would like to address the council on anything that's not on the agenda? All right, seeing nobody. All right, next we have the election results.
Yeah, so we have the official results from the November 4th election showing that Lee House had most votes for mayor. J.R. McMahon had most votes for Ward 1 and Joshua Brown had most votes for Ward 3. So the council just needs to accept that.
Stand together.
Should I feel jealous that I got the least amount of votes?
No.
Okay.
I got the most right hand though.
I got the most.
I got the most right hand.
Oh, yeah, well.
I beat you by 3 times on that department,
Oh, you did? You got more?
30 right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ah,
I feel so bad now.
All right. We have a motion to accept the.
I move to accept the certificate of election results naming the candidates with the most votes as Lee House as mayor, J.R. McMahon as a Ward 1 representative, and Joshua Brown as Ward 3 representative.
I'll second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
Motion passed. We're gonna recess side die to do the installation of the newly elected city council. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to recess, sign, die.
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, so for the oath, since you're already up there, I will have Mayor House go first and have her stand, and then I'll have council go together, so.
Since none of us are new, we thought we'd streamline it a little bit.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes,
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Lee House,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas
and faithfully discharge the duties of mayor,
and faithfully discharge the duties as mayor.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
All right. JR, Josh, if you'll stand. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, J.R. McMahon,
do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge the duties of council member,
and faithfully discharge the duties of council member.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank both, thank you voters.
All right, next, I've asked Pastor Andy Parks from Crosspoint to do our invocation.
All right, how's everybody doing? Good. Congratulations, Your Honor.
I'll do that at church too.
I try to get people to stand, but nobody will stand because you won't stand. All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with gratitude for this community we get to call home. Thank you for the people of our town, the families, workers, leaders, volunteers who make it a place of safety, kindness, and opportunity. Lord, tonight we lift up both our current city council members and those reelected to serve. We ask your wisdom, guidance, and steady hand upon them all. Give them clarity as they make decisions that shape our future. Grant them unity of purpose, integrity in leadership, and compassion for every resident. Bless our first responders, our teachers, our business owners, and all those who serve the public good. Strengthen the bonds of our community and help us work together with respect, humility, and hope. We pray for protection over our town. Keep our homes, our schools, and neighborhoods safe. May peace rest on this meeting and on our community. Above all, may the choices made in this council honor you and benefit all who call Paola home. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. All right. Next, we'll resume the council meeting if somebody can make a motion.
Motion to resume recessed meeting.
I'll second that.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
Motion passed. All right, annual election of council officers.
Before we do that, Mayor, I did have one comment. Is I was gonna post an idea out at the council and see if they wanted to do this. I wouldn't mind being the council president one more year. There's some stuff I wanted to accomplish. But I would like to see us do more of a succession type deal. Where who's ever the vice president can move into the president of the council. And I know it's not etched in stone. But we really need to start, moving people through this position right here. The mayor has been gracious enough to allow me some more issues that she has me deal with personally, which for mayor, I thank you. So that's all I said is that, I will take one more year if the council sees fit, but I do think that who's ever is to be the vice president. Again, at the end of the day, it's not a sure thing, but I think then we start doing some stuff over there. And that way we can guide some continuity in there. So with that, I will shut up.
Well, I was going to nominate you, JR. I will now. I nominate JR for the president of the council.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right. Is there a motion for vice president?
I'll make a motion that Councilman Joshua Brown be the vice president.
I second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right.
Then did the man that one.
You're still gonna help vote.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And thank you, JR, for picking on a couple of extra tasks.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
All right.
We'll let her get here.
You're a made man now, so.
All right, public hearing for dangerous structure at 9 East Chippewa. Is this you, Mitch?
Yeah.
Oh, public hearing. I always do that. All right, first we're gonna make a motion to open the public hearing.
I move to open the public hearing regarding the dangerous structure at 9 East Chippewa.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right,
All right, so on October 14th, 2025, City Council passed a resolution to set a public hearing to determine if the house located at 9 East Chippewa Street shall be deemed dangerous and ordered repaired or demolished. City Clerk has sent notifications of the public hearing in accordance with KSA 12-1752. Building Inspector Trevor Buckles has conducted the preliminary investigation and prepared a formal report for the structure located at 9 East Chippewa Street for the City Council to review. I have visited the property since the public hearing was scheduled in October and have not yet observed any progress on the repairs or demolition of this structure. The City Council may pass a resolution ordering the structure to be repaired or a resolution to order the structure to be demolished. If the council decides to order the structure to be repaired, staff recommends allowing for 6 months for the repairs to take place and the structure to be made safe, with the requirement that the owner request a building permit within 30 days. If the council decides to order the structure to be demolished, staff recommends allowing 60 days for the demolition to take place. These recommendations are based upon the time period building permits and demolition permits are valid. As an alternative, the governing body may decide that the building is not dangerous based on evidence provided by the owners or interested parties. Staff's recommendation is approving resolution 2025-025, deeming the structure at 9 East Chippewa dangerous and ordering it to be demolished within the next 60 days. Along with the possible resolutions, we have Inspector Buckles' preliminary report stating that the structure is unsafe and dangerous due to roof framing that is rotten, roof covering that's completely deteriorated and appears to be unable to stop the intrusion of water from getting into the framing below. Fascia and soffits have completely rotted away and are allowing weather entrance into the roof. Foundation is failing, evidenced by large sections of rock foundation completely unsecured and falling out from under the house. Large sections of the foundation are leaning out far enough to separate the siding from the house. The house has been vacant for multiple years with no utilities connected, including a way to heat or cool the interior of the house, which leads to deterioration. The area around the window air conditioning is open for elements and animals to get into the house. And the house has missing gutters, which allows water to collect around the foundation, leading to further settling. Also included are pictures of the condition of the house. I went back there today and just verified I didn't see any progress in anything being fixed. I haven't had any contact with the owners or any representatives from the company since our last meeting. I had brief contact with them when this whole process kind of started. But since then, I haven't had any contact or any progress in getting a building permit or any sort of plan to get it fixed or demolished.
All right. Was there anyone else that wanted to speak during the public hearing? Good. Anyone on council have any?
What kind of contact did you have with them? Was it telephonic or just email or?
Just email.
No.
Yeah, I've tried.
Months ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And it was very brief. Essentially, the listed representative had responded to me and said that he was no longer the representative, that paperwork was changed. I reached out to the Secretary of State's office to check the LLC that it's listed under, and it still shows him as the representative. I went to the Register of Deeds office to check the title work on it. It did change hands at one point, but I believe it was just a combination of owners. So currently it's still in the same ownership. And I have not gotten any telephone. I've tried calling one of the representatives several times. I've gotten anywhere.
You've done your due diligence to try to reach them. Anybody else have anything?
If the council votes to remove this, Ms. Shannon, do we have ample funds, to remove it, and then they'll pay back at some point?
Yes, we still have it budgeted to remove it, yes.
All right, thank you.
All right. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Are there property taxes current?
I'm not sure on their property taxes.
Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close public hearing.
Second.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
All right, now we have the resolution, and on the resolution itself, it doesn't have the full number, but on your motion it does. The resolution of the findings at 9 East Chippewa. If anybody has any other questions on it. or comments? If not, if there's a motion.
I move to approve resolution 2025-025, finding that the structure located at 9 East Chippewa is unsafe or dangerous and directing the structure to be removed and the premises made safe and secure.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed.
Well, one more quick, Mitch, how long have you been working on this?
Quite a while, years probably since 2022 would have been the first contact, maybe 23. Is when I first talked to the representative that I've tried to call, and told them that it needed to be fixed. So they were working on another house at the time, and their plan was to fix this after that house. But they finished the other house and didn't ever get to work on this one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, new business, conditional use permit at 508A Baptiste Drive, and it's the ordinance.
So this is a request for a conditional use permit for automotive sales at 508A Baptiste Drive. This is from PCS Automotive, who, they're also Pegasus Financial. They do a lot of online sales, as we talked at the work study. Their main purpose in getting this CUP is so that they can have a storefront for their business, because the Department of Revenue requires that they have a actual office location. So they're requesting a maximum of 3 vehicles to be stored on the property. Like I said, this is all online sales, so most of it is just buy at auction online. Take it there, and then you're usually selling to their employees. So most of this is just gonna be a very temporary hold there while they transfer it to their employees. They don't talk like they'll have signs even on vehicles. So planning commission reviewed this and has unanimously recommended approval of it. We did have a public hearing at the planning commission meeting. The owners of the property next to them that own Wilson Jewelers, they came and spoke on it, had a couple questions on it, but nobody spoke out against it. There's ample buffering between this use and private residential use behind it with a tree line, and the rest of the area also has commercial uses. So staff's recommendation is the approval of ordinance 3241 with the following conditions. That on-site temporary vehicle storage and parking shall be limited to 3 vehicles. All vehicles kept on the property must be in operable condition at all times. Review of compliance shall be made by the zoning officer to the planning commission 1 year after issuance. If deemed necessary, subsequent annual reviews may be requested by the planning commission. Such reviews are not subject to publication, notification, and public hearing requirements. If the applicant is requesting an amendment to the CUP, the notification shall follow the same procedures as the original CUP. And the last one, we put on all of them at the end, at any time, the city may institute revocation of the conditional use permit for violations of conditions of approval, expiration, or the reasons specified in section 21-225 of the LDO. City shall provide notice to the landowner and public in the same manner as was provided for the establishment of the original CUP.
All right. Do they have any questions on this one? Mitch?
So they directly selling these vehicles to their employees, and this will be the point of sale, and would that be a potential, not a sales tax revenue?
I still
point, or is
haven't-
it just transferring?
I still haven't 100% figured out the point of sale as far as the tax revenue on the online sales. I think since their office location is there, that's where their computers are, are based out of.
Mhm.
I think that the sales tax does stay here, but I'm not sure, and I haven't been able to narrow that down.
Gotcha.
Specifically.
Any other questions? If not, is there a motion?
I move to adopt ordinance number 3241 for a conditional use permit with conditions for automotive sales at 508A Baptiste Drive.
I second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
Motion passed. All right. Taylor Crossing third plat. This is a plat number, which is, we don't have very often.
So this is the application for Paola Crossing's third plat. November 18th, Planning Commission meeting, commissioners voted unanimously to recommend approval of it. The plat was completed by Garber Surveying Service. The original final plat of Paola Crossings included lot 1 and 2 of the development, which were developed as KCs and scooters. The second plat for the development added lot 3, which developed into the VA clinic. This plat will include one lot, which is planned to be developed into Les Schwab Tire Center. Staff's recommendation is approval of the final plat.
All right, and this is just for the plat, we'll move on to the tire center itself next.
Correct. This is just for the platting of the land.
All right, you may have any questions on that one? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve the Paola Crossings third plat and accept the utility easement dedication.
Second that motion, Mr. Mayor.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Conditional use permit for Les Schwab Tire Center, ordinance number 3242.
All right, so next step in the process, conditional use permit is being requested for Les Schwab Tire Center, a light automotive business proposed to be built in the Paola Crossing development. Les Schwab Tire Centers has been in business since 1952 and has over 540 locations throughout the U.S. Vehicle services performed at Les Schwab Tires include servicing tires, wheels, shocks, brakes, batteries, and other automotive components, and performing alignment adjustments. Les Schwab Tire Centers has also applied for a final site plan for this project. Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of this site plan, and staff's recommendation is approval of the site plan or the CUP. With the following conditions. Lighting shall utilize cutoff fixtures located to minimize impact on adjoining properties, which that has been addressed in the site plan and is already been proposed to have the correct lighting. This will just hold them to that proposal. Any vehicles kept on the property overnight must be in operable condition or stored inside. Applicant shall maintain a contract to have waste tires and fluids removed on a regular basis. Business hours will be Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. If more intensive business hours are desired in the future, the applicant may request an amendment to the CUP. All outdoor storage must be enclosed by 100% opaque fence and must be approved by the zoning administrator. And at any time, the city may institute revocation of the CUP for violations of the conditions of approval, expiration, or reason specified in section 21-225 of the LDO. City shall provide notice to the landowner and public in the same manner as was provided for the establishment of the original CUP. And Dan McGee with Lamp Reinierson is here. Lamp Reinierson did the site plan for Les Schwab, so he knows quite a bit about the business as well. If you guys have any specific questions on that.
On the waste tires and fluids. How easy, if you're, I don't foresee any issues, but if you have to go back and be more specific about what a regular basis means, would that be fairly easy to do?
If it became a problem, we can, I don't even know that we would really need to readdress, but yes, we could amend the CUP. If it became that much of a problem. I think if it were to where they were piling up or something like that, I think they're big enough. I could just reach out to them and they would change that. I probably wouldn't even have to do that. Because they'll realize that they're big enough that they take care of themselves pretty good. Yeah.
I know they have a good reputation. All right, anybody else have any questions on
Do you have any comments today, Dan? In front of council? Yeah.
I'll have the site plan on next. All right. Any other questions on the CUP? If not, is there a motion?
I move,
Go ahead.
I move to adopt ordinance number 3242 for conditional use permit with conditions for Les Schwab Tire Center at 339 Hedge Circle.
Second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right. Now the final site plan for North Schwab Tire Center.
All right. This is the final site plan for Les Schwab Tire Center in Paola Crossing Development. Site plan was completed by Lamb Earson and has been reviewed by staff as well as Wilson and Company with minimal comments. All engineer comments will be addressed before a building permit is issued for this project. And we went over all the specifics, in work study. It meets all of our LDO requirements. They're pretty good at designing these. They've done it a time or two, so they did all their research on our LDO beforehand and made it all fit to that. Drainage calculations will be reviewed and approved prior to the building permit. So this is just for the county building layout. Planning Commission again has unanimously recommended approval of final site plan. And again, Dan McGee with Lamprey and Earson is here for any specific questions on it.
It's exciting to have the next thing out there.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions on the site plan for Dan?
Didn't you say they wouldn't start building until 27?
But I believe that's the point, correct? They do a lot of due diligence with their development. Which is nice.
Yeah.
Nothing's rushed to them.
Right.
How many square feet is this building again, Mitch?
I believe it's right around 10,000. Yep, 10,241.
Anybody else have any questions? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve the final site plan for the Les Schwab Tire Center at 339 Hedge Circle.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right. Motion passed. Thanks for being here. Sorry.
You made it easy for me.
All right, next the traffic control device schedule updates, and it's another resolution.
So I noticed, that what we have as street one in the traffic control device schedule is actually means only lane. I saw it on the plat paperwork, so I thought we should just update that to match. And that is just by resolution.
No, I kind of like street one, it sounds endearing.
Yeah. All right, their motion for the traffic schedule,
And I move to approve resolution 2025-026, amending the traffic control device schedule for the city of Paola.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
thank you. I think most people don't realize that we have all of every sign, like, it's all in the resolution.
Very good.
Don't name big we want to name.
No, no.
Lee House Drive.
Yeah.
No. No.
Right to it.
Oh.
Probably have a bunch of problems. Broken. All right, next the patio area at 20 South Silver Street.
So Lynn Cutsford, who owns the building at 20 South Silver Street, has requested permission to install a fence behind the building in order to create a private patio area behind her apartments, which she renovated in 2023. In order to have a usable amount of patio space, this fence would need to be located approximately 6.5 feet onto the city's parking lot property. The fence would not encroach into the actual parking area, as it would be set back approximately 4 feet from the parking lot. Proposed fence would be anchored to concrete bin blocks and would be a shadow box style picket fence. Overall height of the fence would be 6 feet, which meets the height requirements of the land development ordinance. The idea of attaching the fence to the blocks instead of posts is that if it were ever to need to be moved or removed, it could be done without tearing up the asphalt below. Staff believes this fence will not detract from the overall appearance of the area and will add a useful amenity to a residential space in the downtown area. Staff recommends approval of the fence to be placed in the proposed location. And included are pictures that we went over and on this, and Rob George was here. If you have any more specific questions about the fence itself, we would be the one building it.
I got one more. It's probably one that I should know since I've been in the. What is a bin block? A bin block?
Let's say concrete blocks.
Is
Those
those,
are about like 2 foot tall, 2 foot wide, and 4 to 6 feet long.
okay,
So they weigh a couple thousand pounds, so that way they wouldn't, but they're not gonna blow away. But we didn't want to drill holes for fence posts because it's not her property per se. But, and also there's a lot of utilities running through the ground there. So this would just sit on the asphalt, not damage the asphalt, fasten the fence members to that
Okay.
block. I mean, it'll be solid.
yeah, that's what I thought they were, but also, I thought, you know, if you're in there in the patio and somebody decides to come up, that then it stops it, nobody's gonna.
It'll
Right.
just slow down.
Yeah, block it. Great,
Cause there's also parking bumper blocks in the parking lot too.
okay.
This
That's what I
is
thought.
4 feet from the bumper blocks,
Mhm.
or 4 feet from the edge of a stall, probably.
4 feet from essentially, there's the bumper blocks and it's kind of striped in.
Okay.
It's about 4 feet back from that. So it would still allow kind of a walkway in front of all the cars.
And
Yeah.
her building is indented a bit,
Right.
Yes.
the back of
yes,
it.
Yeah,
So it
that's why
almost
the
lines up
property
with everything
lines.
else.
Yeah, that's why the property lines are different.
Okay.
We actually get some usable space out of it,
Mhm.
that one of our residents can use. Spend money in square, okay.
Are these bin blocks similar to what you put down on the stadium in Wallace Park?
Yes, I
Oh.
did do it.
That was, yeah,
No, okay.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Any other questions for Rob? If not, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the construction of the proposed fence behind 20 South Silver with the condition that the city of Paola's designees retain the right to enter upon, locate, construct upon, maintain or alter the section of the city-owned property as being fenced in, Ms. Mayor.
I second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo. Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. That motion was gonna be easier until you learned all that stuff added, Jared.
I know.
There you go.
Been on my list, into that stuff, been on this.
That was a good idea, though.
yes.
Just to cover ourselves. All right, next, Kodion Energy LLC land purchase agreement.
Yes, so I know we have talked about this over and over, but we're finally here. So just to recap, Kodion Energy is a custom engineering transformer manufacturing company. That's a lot. So Joshua Okori, I believe is how you pronounce his name, please don't know if it is the founder and CEO of Kodion, Kodion Energy LLC. He is looking to build a property in an industrial park on 8 acres. The building is projected to be over 100 square feet, so 100,000 square feet, 102,500 to be exact. With the first phase, hopefully to have projected 50 jobs within once they get up and running after construction. Joshua is requesting tract 4 of the Paola Industrial Park for Kodion Energy to continue to grow and progress in Paola. They are currently located in Paola, they're outgrowing the location. So this is for them to stay here and to grow and to hopefully continue to grow and keep us as their home. Let's see here. The lot that they're proposing, the projected building does fit and meet all of the development ordinance for construction and also the covenants of the industrial park.
So, yes, Joshua's requesting land for $1 to other consideration, we say for free, but $1 consideration for contract purposes. And then, you guys all had a draft copy of the contract. That is very standard. That's kind of what we always go by. I did not include, as you see on the agenda, the next consideration part of the land purchase because it's incentives different land purchase, so I wanted to keep it separate. So this is just land purchase for $1 and other consideration in the contract. Please also, if approved, make sure to approve in the form substantially presented because it is still being reviewed. Like I said, this is very standard, but I just didn't want to, spell his name wrong, I have to come back and get it reapproved. So please make sure that if it is approved, to make sure that language is in there.
It's very exciting.
It is very exciting.
Yeah.
The more meetings we have about this, the more I realize that we could be on the brink of something pretty major.
Yes.
So it'll be a good thing for everybody. Any questions for Randy about the land purchase agreement? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve deeding tract 4 of the Paola Industrial Park and the land purchase agreement with Kodion Energy LLC in the form substantially presented and authorizing the necessary signatures.
I'll second.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right. Kodion permit cost reduction, was it about in that work session?
Yes, so continuing on with the same conversation with Kodion Energy, they're requesting a permit fee waiver of the building and plan review fees. As discussed, to try to keep it continuity, and we were are recommending to use the housing incentive program of 45% reduction of building permit fees and 45% reduction of the plan review fees. Although it'll be a substantial reduction, we will be able to meet all of our physical requirements with that reduction as well, so will be okay.
Yeah, anything,
Correct.
all right? Anybody have questions on that one? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve the 45% reduction of the building and permit fee for Kodion Energy LLC.
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, thanks, guys. Next, we have the Axon Enterprise Inc. proposal that we talked about work session for the police department. Chief covered this pretty thoroughly at work session.
Yes, so this is with Axon. We currently are using their products. It's a technology company that builds a broad array of hardware, software, and services focused on law enforcement, security, and public safety. The Police Department is currently using Axon body cameras, Axon Fleet 3, which is our in-car cameras, and Taser X26s, along with the data storage and evidence software that goes along with everything that stores everything. Axon is proposing a contract that would combine our current Axon public safety equipment under one contract and offer upgraded equipment and technology for all facets of the department. This is a 10-year proposal, and the equipment we would be getting would be 14 Taser 10s, which are new, the Axon Body 4s, which is new data or new software or new hardware, I'm sorry. Axon Fleet 3s, which are in-car cameras. Axon Evidence, Draft 1. Axon Air, which is a drone. Axon VR, which is training equipment that assists us with training of the Taser 10s. Technology Assurance Plan, which is a protective package that updates and provides protection for all of this hardware. And then another big one is the unlimited data storage, because we're currently over our storage limit. We said this is a 10-year contract, totaling $810,000, $143.67. The payment schedule is as follows. So for the 2026, which is what we already have budgeted for, it would only cost us $24,319.92. And then $87,313.75, starting in January of 27, going until January of 2035. That same payment of $87,313.75. Staff recommends approval of the Axon Enterprises proposal and the total amount of $810,134.67 over 120 months.
I need to make a correction. I was dyslexic. On your agenda, the 3 and 4 switch was 43, not 34.
So is it actually supposed to be 43?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You
Sorry.
got it right on the memo.
I know.
All right,
43, 67.
then make a motion. All right, and your concern about waiting on this was the cost going up.
Yes, so they're projecting a 6 to 8% increase every year. We are gonna have to do all of this eventually anyway. This allows us to lock in a price for 10 years and maintain the equipment through that 10-year period.
Because our current contract was only good through next year, was that?
It expires at the end of 2027.
Okay.
So yes.
All right. Public safety is a big deal to people. It's a lot of money, but it's a big deal to people. Anybody have any questions for Chief Corbin?
Chief Corbin, please don't take this as a pushback at all,
Yes.
because I know nothing. I was curious after we met, and we talked in the workspace session to learn more about it. I read something that there are some folks that have some concerns with and I mentioned in the workspace that it was so cool that you were using the draft one, but that there might be some legal concerns with, like, essentially a court saying,
It's
officer, did you write this?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is one of the areas. So our first plan of rollout is all of our misdemeanor and lower offenses. Those are the majority of the reports we write. Anything that's felony or a high profile case will not be written by draft one. We'll have 100% of the officer's own words. But I truly do believe within the next couple of years that this is where we're headed with this. So we're just kind of on the front end of all this new technology.
Yeah.
A lot of courts are accepting it. There's still some questions, but I think just the low end of what we're currently doing will still save us a significant amount of time.
Okay. I thought that was kind of my impression as well. I was thinking like, this is just gonna take some time.
Oh, yes,
everybody to catch
for
up.
sure, yes.
But to ask.
And you stated in the work session, I think I asked specifically about the pictures that were submitted, or video.
Videos, yes.
An officer still actually goes through and looks through those.
So yes, our body cam videos, the officers review those videos in order to write their reports. This streamlines that and cuts that time frame down. Cause that takes a lot of time to go through those videos, watch the video, dissect what was said, and then transcribe it. We're asking a computer to do what we're currently doing. And there's no reason not to have a computer do that. It's very simple.
I think it's a good idea to, like you said, start with the misdemeanors and lower,
Yes.
see how it goes. Anybody have any other questions?
I just had a few questions for Chief Corbin. As we were in the work session, you talked about that one of the goals of this is to allow officers more time out in the field.
Correct.
So it appears to me that there may be some cost savings that when we start, because personnel is a big part of what we do, that this may stave that off if we're able to get an officer, instead of being this long out in the field, they're out this long.
Correct. Yeah, the big one is overtime at the end of the shift. Because the way our shifts run, they end at 6 p.m. and our officers are busy until 6 p.m. And so their shift may end. Now they got to play catch up and finish their reports before they can go home. By having AI write that, all that information is already there. And depending on the severity of the case, we may not need to hold them over any longer. And then we can just send them home because the information for day shift is already done. It's significant for what we're gonna need, and it's gonna save us overtime also, so.
And one more quick question, typically when, I mean, I'm not law enforcement, but when I dealt with this type of stuff. You had a yearly maintenance plan that you had to do,
Correct.
is that included in this?
That is included in this. Oh, this is all inclusive 100% package.
And do you have any idea what we pay now for that maintenance?
So that's part of the problem is I believe I have 4 or 5 separate
Okay.
contracts with all this. And it's very difficult to determine, there's maintenance for this one, there's maintenance for this one, and it's a couple $100 per officer. Per month, per month, and then it's compounded and it's added to this one, and there's another piece to this one, so. I don't have that exact number for you,
If we do pay,
but we do pay for maintenance, absolutely.
Mayor, that's all I had.
All right. Good questions, everybody. Anything else? If not, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the Axon Enterprise Inc. proposal in the amount of $810,143.67. Miss Mayor.
I'll second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Thank you. Bids for, we have a creek water line relocation. We had some papers on our desk tonight about this.
All right, as previously mentioned, a portion of the main water feed to town from the Public Utility Authority plant is in danger due to eroding banks along Wea Creek. We put out an advertisement for bids for the Wea Creek water line relocation project. We received 3 bids and the bids are as follows. Ditmer Ditching came in at $711,233. Sheets Construction came in at $678,416. And Infrastructure Solutions came in at $849,800. These went to Call Valley and Call Valley reviewed the bid proposals and made a recommendation to go with the low bid by Sheets Construction in the amount of $678,416. So that was the recommendation from Call Valley. So staff recommends going with Call Valley's recommendation and approving the bid from Sheets Construction in the amount of $678,416.
Why is there such a wide variation from the?
I don't know.
bids? Like, is this scope changing between any of them? Are they trying to tackle the problem in a different way? Or they got more personnel?
I would.
Hey, the guy's better.
Yeah.
Well, and that Infrastructure Solutions, he's the one that he bids for multiple companies, right?
Yeah.
So he's not actually in either, of course, they're the high, but that's the only thing I can think of. Really, the other 2 are only 30.
Yeah.
33.
There's that one outlier.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could think of is that guy bids for multiple companies.
Yeah.
I feel like that's happened with a couple of things lately. Those are bids are just kind of all over the place. Some of the times, I guess.
And lots of times, you know, how full's their schedule?
Mhm.
And if they got an empty hole in their schedule, they're saying, well, we gotta fill it with that.
Mhm.
So our crews can stay busy, where the other one's like, yeah, we get it, we get it.
Yeah.
They'll throw a higher number at it.
Okay.
That's typically what I see.
Is there? I was thinking about the, why they crossed the road so many times.
No idea.
And I was thinking, well, maybe that's where my mind probably went. Dark place. But thinking of like, well, maybe there's a ton of rock over there on the south side where we're gonna switch to. Is there, I'm not seeing any consideration, I know it's a bid, like,
And
Are
they
they
were
gonna-
told to take that into account.
Okay.
There's a couple of them that did call Valley and voiced their concerns about that. He told them, he goes, look, you're in Kansas, so you might wanna,
The whole thing is limestone.
you might wanna plan on there being rock in there, so. None of them requested like a rock inclusion or anything where they could be higher, so,
So they just gotta figure it out.
you know.
What's the rough timeline on this?
I think we requested 6 months has to be done, so it will be May 5th.
Okay.
It has to be completed.
And from approval, are they gonna just jump right on it or?
Yep.
Okay.
I assume so. I haven't, you know, I haven't really.
Yeah.
We haven't decided which one, so I haven't had to talk to any of the companies.
All right, any other questions?
Remind me how long the distance is that we're going.
It's a total of 1,200 feet or.
That's 1,200 some off the,
Yeah.
1294 on the bid sheet here.
Oh,
What it's got, yeah, that blue one. You kind of screen through there and it kind of tells you where. And you have to watch these good. They'll move numbers around in them because they don't want their competitors to zone in on what they're doing. I just had a couple questions, Mayor. First of all, I want to thank the city manager and I want to thank you, Brett, because nobody complained more about doing rip rap and rock than I did. I had huge concern about it. Thank you for listening to my concerns and thank you for moving the water line over to the other side. I think this solves that problem long term.
Yeah.
With that, over there. Brad, I know you had to work hard with the gas companies and to get that done and that's no easy thing to do. So with that, appreciate it as far as that goes. And I kept telling, people was asking about this is that if you lose that water line, I'm guessing we could still get water from number two.
Yeah.
But you're still gonna be paying the cats there at the PUA and you wanna get, if you wanna break the bank real quick, buy water from them and still pay your minimum down there, so. Pray for no rain, Miss Manager, that's all I'm gonna say, because it's getting pretty close over there and I will not make any more comments about what was over there.
This and the Lake Mile Dam, those are the two things that have kept me up at night. So once this is done, hopefully we can all sleep a little better.
Will there be any interruption to municipal water service?
No, because we can pull from rural water too.
Okay.
While they're doing the tie-ins.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right, any other questions? If not, is there a motion?
Since I complained about it, I'm gonna move that down. Motion. Motion to approve the bid from Schultz. Sheets Construction, that's my Southern Missouri coming out on me. And the amount of $678,416 for the Wheel Creek Water Line Relocation Project and authorize the necessary signatures, Ms. Mayor.
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
Tackle a couple big things, public safety and water.
Big meeting.
Yeah. They're kind of both important though. All right, next we have the retail liquor license for the Gala Market.
Yeah, so, the applicant submitted his license and in the meantime, he has verified that the state license is approved. So once he receives that, I already have the fire safety inspection and he has paid his fee, so. Once if you approve that, I'll get his state license and he should be good to go.
And this is where Rogers Pharmacy was. Yep, okay.
Great, any other questions on this one? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve the retail liquor license for Paola Market, 304 Baptiste Drive, contingent upon the receipt of the state license.
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
We need any other letters for that.
A staff reports? Department, do you have anything? Nothing? Chief Corbin?
We have Shop with the Cop coming up, December the 12th, 2:30. We've already selected kids from Sunflower and we'll pick them up at 2:30 and head to Walmart, do some shopping and bring back here for wrapping the presents and hanging out with the officers and that kind of thing. That's always a good time of the year. Officer Edens will be graduating her FTO and be out on her own also December 12th. So one more officer on the street to help pick up a full shift. We're looking forward to that.
So that'd be full manning at that point for.
So we're currently fully staffed, yes, but I've got her in FTO and I've got one Officer Garrettson currently at the academy.
There.
And then so he won't graduate until next year. Then when he graduates, he has another 10 weeks, 8 weeks of FTO before he's out. So
Gotcha.
we're still looking at March before we've got everybody back on the street.
And that shop with the cop, is that a Walmart donation?
Yes, so those are funds that Walmart donates to us.
It's a neat program.
Yep.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, Brett?
Not a whole lot, just really to get the approval on the water line relocation and get that underway, but we'll have some big issues.
Yeah. Mitch?
So we're up to 526 permits for the year,
How many?
526.
Okay.
Quite a bit more than, last few years. Hopefully we can get to 550 before the end of the year. And we're at 14 new homes for the year, so pretty well on track for what we normally get, normally in between 10 and 15, so on the upper end, and got at least four houses under construction, maybe five, I think right now. So we got kind of a late year push on housing, which is good. So hopefully it's working on a bunch of potential development right now, so stay busy.
Randy?
Nothing to add right now.
All right, Stephanie?
I have nothing.
Nothing? JR?
What I wouldn't, again, I don't want to give staff any more work than they're doing right now. Yes, I'll at least give a stab at it. We've been, in their business. Once you get something done, stuff's coming at you so fast, you just gotta move to the next one. Hey, I did a good job and let's move on to the next one. And, like our city manager said, we're getting one started, but it would be nice if, we could come out and maybe put it on our Facebook page of our accomplishments this year, I think, which are huge. And, what we got coming into town. And again, I'm not gonna say do it on a deadline, because I know how busy staff is, and I know that you got things coming up with that, but it'd be nice if we could do that. Number two is I'm really looking forward to doing your initiative, Mayor, on the square right there, where we can start doing some things on that. I think we can do some really good stuff down there. So that's all I have.
Anything?
The playground looks exceptional and the kids love it. So big fan on that. How much of the previous equipment was salvageable?
I think we'll be able to, there might be some, uprights we gotta rebend and.
Gotcha. But there's hope that we can get it somewhere else.
Yes,
It's good data.
yeah,
Outside of that, the Christmas tree lighting was a great time, and it's good to see the square with a whole bunch of lights.
Mm-hmm,
Big fan.
it looks good up there. Josh?
Congratulations,
Thank you.
President. You're on. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, to echo your comments of how great the city looks. All the Christmas decorations and, when it's Brooks, right, who's doing the community center. We had an event there, with my son, a couple weekends ago, and just, such a great place to be. And just appreciate all the work that goes into that, and thank you for making it look nice and having a nice place for us to live.
Liam?
I think the Park Square looks wonderful, and a lot of the businesses have outlined their buildings, which looks great. It looks very festive. Nice.
We're getting there. All right, I was just going to congratulate both of you
Thank you.
and thank you for running.
Thank
I
you.
know it's a thankless job a lot of times. But I appreciate what you do and your willingness to serve again, so. You never know what the next 2 years is gonna bring. So thanks for being willing, and the two of you that are still on. I hope everybody has a good Christmas with their families. Can't believe it's almost 2026. I like JR's idea though, like a kind of a year in review kind of thing
Yeah.
for social media. That'd be really good.
I have a rolling list, so I'll firm it up and I'll send it to you and we can do
For,
a moment for the mayor.
Yeah.
Well, and for the
Our
state of the city.
state of the
Yeah,
city, where
so,
everybody
yeah,
checks
I would
out.
keep going, don't worry.
Yeah.
It'll all be perfect.
Yeah. Maybe just some highlights or something. I like that idea.
Yeah.
And the square does look really nice. We're hoping every year, maybe a couple more be like, I'm gonna do that too. So, starting to look really good. All right, Now we have an executive session. Jared, do you have a guesstimate?
Yeah, let's do 20 minutes and let's keep probably 10 with council and then respectfully ask our city manager join us for the second 10.
Okay. So the motion,
I'll go ahead and make it real quick, Ms. Mayor. I move the city council recess into executive session to discuss contract for the city manager pursuant to non-elected personnel matter, exception KSA 70-75 4319, subsection B, subsection 1 of the B. The meeting shall include the mayor and council for the first 10 minutes and the city manager for the second 10 minutes. The meeting shall convene at this room at 7:21 according to my phone here.
so
And it include the council and the mayor. So, all right, that's all I had.
I second the motion.
Commander
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
all right.
Chief Rick, I was gonna ask you about the Uncontrollably laugh over the fall or.
It's just
things like that.
All right,
Time, you guys.
motion to reconvene.
Move to read.
Yeah,
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Doodle,
Alright,
Brown,
Aye.
Shields.
I,
All right, motion passed. Now we can adjourn. Oh, no, can't.
no,
No.
I'm just kidding.
Hold up, Mayor. Okay, I like you, but I gotta do something first. You spent-
I guess keep her manager.
Okay,
Oh, it's me.
I will channel the modern communication today. Miss Mayor, I will make the motion to renew the contract with the city manager Shannon through December 31st, 2029, with the proposed revision as discussed, and authorize the mayor to sign the contract with Miss Shannon.
Is that all you need, Stephanie, on that?
Yep.
Okay,
I second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Shields.
I.
I wish I could vote. I would say yes.
Okay, I was like, oh. No.
We are very blessed to have Landy in the city of Paola, and we all agree.
And thanks for the good, appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Wait,
And Bud,
Yes, where are your snacks?
Now motion for adjournment.
All right, now we can adjourn for real.
I move to adjourn.
and have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes. There a second?
I'll
Yeah,
second
that's
it.
it.
I'll second it because it's not here.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
I.
All right, meeting adjourned.
We do just.